I'ma blow up.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Taro, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing Cyrah's Ascent. Before we get into it, I would like to just go over a bit about the game. So Cyrah's Ascent is a small game published by Coffee Break, and it was released June 4th, so that was about 4 days ago of making of this video, which today is the 8th. It is a third-person shooter, action, combat, 3D magic type game. Let's go ahead and go over about the game of Cyrah's Ascent. So, following the destruction of her village and people by the lost, Cyrah takes up the mantle of the ancient matriarch to avenge her people, harness the power of essence in its multiple forms, and to scale the mountain and destroy the source corrupting the land in Cyrah's Ascent. In this 3D action combat game, channel ancient powers into several ranged spells and melee attacks to deal with several different enemies. Essence enhanced capabilities to jump and dash to the peak, traversing the snowlands riddled with crumbling remains of a forgotten civilization. By destroying the source of their power, Cyrah hopes to bring peace to her ravaged homeland. So this description says to feature fast-paced melee and ranged combat, allowing players to choose how they approach enemy encounters, dynamic ambition, audio, and music, which I can confirm the audio and music was really good. Immersive environments ranging from ancient temples to frigid mountains, an array of unique enemy types. Engage in traversal through caves, chasms, and decrepit architectures. So, based on the description, this game was developed as a student project at DigiPen Institute of Technology and was created for educational purposes only. So I am interested. I have fun playing this game, but without a doubt, let's go ahead and get right into it. So thank you so much for that little break of Cyrah's Ascent. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tara. Welcome. Please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and I would love to have you a part of the Hug Army. You guys are awesome. So, in we go. My initial reaction to this game is I love the color scheme, I love the art style, and you'll see that here in just a moment. I assume this character initially that comes through, I assume this is Cyrah. Very well done, very well created. The controls are simple, straightforward. I quite enjoyed this. I looked around for a bit just to make sure I knew what I was doing and headed on with the tutorial. The game wasn't that long, but I enjoyed playing what I did. After I received Cyrah's abilities, I tested out a few of them to see what they all did. We have a firebolt, an explosion, and then the ice particle, which is just an ice sphere. The game in itself seems to be very smooth. For a small development team in a school, it turned out to be very, very good. I figured out there was a dodge option well before the game. As I exited the main area, I encountered my first fight, which will test some skills that I've learned. The creatures are very well designed. I love the entrance that they made. It was super, super cool. I practiced my dodge. Here, I totally did not see that this was to teach you how to melee attack until I've already defeated the creature with the spells. That was partially on my fault for not being attentive to my surroundings, but it is what it is. I eventually learned that melee is actually pretty powerful in this game. So I ended up using that. I came across this little courtyard. The trees were astounding. The colors in this game is just so visually appealing. I love the clash of purples and blues and reds and pinks and browns, and it just comes together so beautifully. We encountered our second monster, which is a little worm flower thing that grows out of the wall. I attempted to blow it up with my bomb thing there. I don't know what it's called, but the tutorial told me that I should use the ice spear for these guys, and it was right. That was far more effective. We encountered a being like the first one, except we have multiple. This is where it definitely challenged my dodging abilities as numbers decided to spiral out of control. I made easy work of it, but once again, the colors is so beautiful in this game. If you take a look at the arm right there, man, it changes the color of which spell you use. I took a moment back there just to take a look at where I needed to go and just admire the scenery and the hard work that this was put into this game. It is visually appealing. The audio is amazing. And for a small team in college, I see high hopes. I see very high hopes for Coffee Break. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If they ever make this a full-fledged game, I will 100% play it. Because this, even though this was not that long, I really enjoyed myself during my time at fighting the little wallflowers. It definitely gave me a bit of a challenge here, because I wasn't quite sure what to do as far as any healing at this point. I did see that it healed slowly over time, so eventually I just stopped and allowed myself to heal a little bit. I tried a few different things on the little flower plants, but at the end it turns out that the ice spear is the best option for these guys. About right now is when it taught me how to heal. I love the heal animation. It does slow you down, but you are able to move with it, just not as fast. It will take up mana, which I assume mana is being used to heal yourself, obviously. The audio, the visuals, that little pool of water, it all just, so beautiful. So freaking beautiful. I can't say more good things about this game. Really, I can't. The combat is straightforward. I quite enjoyed myself. It was visually appealing. It was musically, audio appealing, but yeah. I'm gonna stop rambling now and let you enjoy the combat. So I finished combating those creatures, and I decided to attempt this little jumping challenge. However, my smooth brainness ended up pushing me going in the opposite direction, back where I came from. So I had to traverse the entire jumping course again because I could not focus properly. That's on me and how I play video games. It is, yeah. Eventually I made it, and I continued on my way to the final bit of the map to face the boss. I made do with this little wallflower pretty quickly. It fight back in retaliation, which was fine. Nothing wrong about that. But yeah, once I made it to the bridge of the final boss room, I encountered the entrance's guardian. It was a really big version of those small claw things. I don't know what they're called at all, but he came up like I owed him money. He was about trying to hand my booty to me. But enjoy this boss fight. And just like that, I defeated the mini boss before the main one. I posed for a screenshot and continued on my way after healing up briefly. I entered the main boss room. My first instinct was to hit this little orby thing because that's what it felt like I had to do. So that's what I did. But I quickly got distracted by the little enemies that they spawned, and I spent a good chunk of time fighting them. It was not my best moment, I would like to say. So here's a speed time lapse of me wasting time not fighting the thing I needed to. It was about right here where I kind of realized I was not doing any damage. So I attempted to attack the little orb thing again, and finally it clicked. I was attacking the wrong thing. I felt really stupid, but I managed to damage it enough where it triggered the first mini boss. And from there, it was all history. I had my strategy down, and we were all good and set. So these mini bosses are just smaller versions of the big one that we fought outside. I will have to do a bit of parkour to get to some of them, but that's besides the point. I think I did pretty good during this time. I mean, that's up to you. Y'all can let me know. I will let you watch the full battle. I finished the mini boss, I took out some of the small minions and proceeded to attack the center orb again with multiple bomb attacks, some ice spears, a lot of running in circles. You get the point. You get what's happening here. So I'm just gonna speed this bit up for y'all. It's a lot of running in circles, attacking the orbs, and attacking mini bosses. Let's go. Defeating the last mini boss, I proceeded to make way with this little orb thing. I still don't understand the lights. I think at this point it might be spawning new enemies. Both the final hits, I have defeated the orb thing. It exploded, and the finale was beautiful. And there, I think I completed Cyrah's Ascent. And overall, I will give this game a solid 8 out of 10. It was very well done. It was beautifully artistically pleasing. The music was great. The combat was amazing. Coffee break. You guys did a great job. If you ever make Cyrah's Ascent a full-fledged game, dude, you bet your butt I would play it. It is just gorgeous. It is gorgeous. But anyways, guys, you all rock. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you made it to the end of the video, please leave a comment below on your favorite small indie game that you've ever played, whether or not it's very popular, whether or not you're the only one you think knows about it, or if it's just made by a small company from a school like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your girl, Terrell. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Goodbye.